Hi y'all, how's it going? Here's a quick video on how to tune your fiddle. Most of the time we'll be able to tune from the fine tuners here in the tailpiece, but sometimes it might get pretty far out of whack and we will have to tune from the pegs. That's a different situation. So let's talk first about how to tune it using our fine tuners. And we'll go over here to the camera view of the fiddle itself. So we're going to start on the right end over here on the E string, and we're going to test each one of these strings against a tuner that I have on my phone. It's an app, and it looks like this. It's called Pano Tuner. It's a free app, that's why I like it. Unfortunately, I do get to watch some ads. I don't really pay attention to them, though. I don't tell anybody. But yeah, it's a free app on your smartphone, and so here's how it works. We're going to pluck the E string. And you can tell when I'm plucking that it's not lining up exactly with the E. And so what it needs to be is a little bit flatter. Right now it's a little bit sharp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the E string fine tuner and I'm going to turn it counterclockwise or to the left to loosen it and make it less sharp, more flat. All right, that was maybe half a turn. All right, we're making progress. So we'll continue to turn that. Maybe there's another half a turn. Definitely getting close. So I think this will do it. One more quick turn. All right, so we're pretty much in the center on that green on the tuner. Most tuners are the same that way. So you'll see it pretty much splitting that green section right in the middle. All right, we'll move on to our A string, which will be the next one over right here. Let's look at the tuner. Okay, so this one has the opposite problem. It's flat. So we need to make it sharper or tighter. So we'll turn the fine tuner to the right. And I'm guessing probably 2 pretty solid turns on this one. 1, 2, clockwise, back to the tuner. Okay, so we're making progress, we're getting closer. I'm going to go another 2 turns to the right, clockwise, and try again. All right, definitely making progress. So sometimes it goes quick, sometimes it goes slow. 1, 2. Almost, I'm going to keep turning. Too far, but there we are. Okay, and so then we would repeat the process with each one of those strings as we go across. Okay, so I'm going to finish tuning that up really quick because I know the whole thing's out. So you can watch that, and then we'll talk about the pegs, how to tune with those. So a little flat, I'm turning right clockwise, tightening it up or making it sharper. There's our D, here's our G. G's pretty close already. So one more quick check across the strings. I'll see E wound up a little bit sharp. Sometimes that happens. That's why we double check. Alright, A. And that should be more than good enough. All right, that's it. So that's tuning from the fine tuners. And again, it's a bit of a process when you have to use the pegs to tune, but we can guide you through it, don't worry. A couple things you want to know is don't turn anything really rapidly or very much at all. Everything should be done with really, really small movements, and only turn things a little bit at a time, and then keep checking with your tuner. Now, the other thing to remember about the pegs is that they are tapered. In other words, they're narrower at the end than they are at where the knob part of the peg is. So what keeps them from slipping is where they're kind of pushed inward into the scroll box. So if you say, here's my E string, and it sounds like, obviously that's pretty far out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start tightening that up, and what I want to do is get a pretty good grip. I usually put my left hand or my other hand across on the other side just to give some support. All right, let's do this real quick with this camera angle going so you can see Alright, so I'm going to tighten this on the peg. I'm turning it a little bit at a time. Alright, let's start checking that tuner. So it's B, it's not even close to E yet. Little tiny bits at a time till it says E. Okay, when it's really close like that, at that point, that's when I'm going to sort of push it inward into the peg box to try to keep it from slipping back and coming loose. There you have it. Again, on all your strings, be really careful when you're using the pegs not to do anything too quickly, a little bit at a time. Otherwise, you'll break a string, and it's not a big deal if you break a string. In fact, there's going to be another video here on how to change strings. But it is expensive and kind of a pain, and it does startle you quite a bit whenever you break one. So there you have it. There's tuning your fiddle.